Welcome, foolish mortals, to Brent's Crossroads. I have visited Disneyland, Disney World, now Disneyland Paris, and Tokyo Disneyland. One thing about me that you know is I love me the Haunted Mansion. In all of Disney, it's my favorite attraction in every park that I go to. Now that I've experienced all four versions of the Haunted Mansion, I sit back and I thought about how I'd rank them. I'm not going to count Mystic Manor for this because that is an entirely different ride compared to the classic Haunted Mansions. So, let's look alive, and don't forget to bring your death certificates. I'm going to start at the bottom and count up to the number one Haunted Mansion version in all the Disney parks. Number 4, Tokyo Disneyland. It pains me to put it on the bottom, but sacrifices must be made. Riding the Tokyo version was like stepping back in time. This attraction doesn't have the staircase room, but still rocks the spiders and the webs. The room is dark, and you can barely see the spiders, but man, it was a blast from the past. The spiders were still in Disney World when I rode it for the first time as a kid. The other big difference between this version is the beating heart bride. It did my heart good, to see her in the attic and hear her heart beating. However, it's not enough to overtake the other mansions. The outside queue is different with a ruined mausoleum, but the sightlines aren't as good either. The mansion here is beyond Splash Mountain and lacks the same uneasy feeling as you go through the queue as Orlando, which is the one it mirrors. Number 3, Disneyland. Putting the OG Haunted Mansion at number 3 is painful too. It's been a few years since I've been to Anaheim, but things have changed a ton since my last ride in the mansion there. The new queue area looks fantastic, and I should be walking it later this year. The other significant change is from an axe-wielding Constance Hatchaway to an updated version of the Beating Heart Bride. The updated spirit looks better with her candle and flowing cloak, but I need to see it in person before passing final judgment. Really need to move on before I rethink my ranking of the Disneyland ride. So number 2, Disneyland Paris. And I struggled with putting Phantom Manor at number 2 instead of number 1. It was almost a coin flip. Phantom Manor is what a haunted house should look like. Walt Disney said the mansion should look nice on the outside, and the ghosts keep the inside how they like it. But man, Phantom Manor is all creepy from once you enter the gates all the way up to the doors. The storyline for Paris is also better than the other versions. In the first room, the narration is by Vincent Price, which is perfect for the feel of the ride. I love Vincent Price as well, so I might be a little bit biased. Overall, the attraction is similar to the other mansions, but it has different effects and scenes to better incorporate the storyline and the Phantom. The graveyard and broken open coffins in the transition area between the manor and the Old West town are the scariest and most visceral in all the attractions. The skeletons are real looking, and there isn't the usual Disney-style camp in the scenes. The last portion of the ride is why I ended up not ranking it at number 1. The Old West town is kind of goofy. This is where we get a solid dose of Disney camp, and it detracts from everything else that the ride's built up to. It was so close to being perfect. Number 1, Disney World. You never forget your first, right? It has the same DNA as the original, and Tokyo is a mirror image of this majestic ride. On the first trip to Disney World as a kid, I rode the mansion multiple times. During an electric light parade, we were allowed to stay on the ride and keep riding because nobody was in line. It pays to skip the parades and shows sometimes. The Haunted Mansion left an impression on me that continues to this day. It spoke to the way I felt and viewed the world. I like my world on the darker side, and this ride gave that darkness to me. Yes, it's been updated, and I hope they take Constance out of the attic because the effect hasn't aged well, and it's time for her to go. The Hatbox Ghost in the hallway scene makes absolutely no sense either, but that's for something else. He should still be after Madame Leota's seance. Unless there is more to his story than we know, which is always possible with Imagineering, he should be in the attic. But now I'm just splitting hairs. So there it is, my Haunted Mansion ranking. How do you rank them? Do you think I'm insane? Or do you agree with where the rides fell on the list? I plan on doing more of these to compare Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, Peter Pan's Flight, and others between those 4 parks. So, be sure to sound off in the comments below on which ones you'd rather see. So, I'd like to thank everybody from stopping by, and a ghost will follow you home. Bye, guys.